What's up? What's up? Y'all know life be lifing. I'm your life coach, Lala, your family, your friend. So, grab you a seat, take a deep breath, and let's get into it. Good morning. Hello, family and friends. I am your life coach, Lala. Thank you for tuning back in to my podcast, my Facebook channel, or my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you for all the support and everything that you do to keep me relevant, to keep me floating, y'all. I really appreciate it. I just want to get on here and give you guys an update. Oh my God, for my speaking engagement that I did. I just got done. And it was more of speaking on health and accessing proper health, being in poverty. And I thought I was going to be, nervous. And I actually shared a lot more than what I thought I would share, as far as being transparent about, being a teen mom and coming from a family line of people who drink all the time, and I actually being a functioning alcoholic myself for the last 20 years. I was up until about 5 years ago. It was eye-opening, and I think a necessity for me to actually, it made me just think and evaluate my life. Dang, I was drinking for tough for that long, 20 years. Because I had the first time I ever drunk, I was 14. And it was kind of eye-opening. I had not really assessed my life in that way. I had not really thought about it in that manner. But to be able to share my story of, because I see health as mental health, physical health, and spiritual health. We all know that. So I feel like you have to feed all of them. You have to feed everything, because they all coincide with one another. Without good mental health, it causes you to, not be able to raise your kids. Just having a bad outlook on life, not getting the proper counseling or medicine that you need, which affects, in turn, you being able to care for yourself, truly care for yourself or your families. Sometimes most people end up getting on drugs and things like that because their mental health is not taken care of. And I feel like even if it is, they still don't learn other ways to cope with it or to deal with it, or they're utilizing medicines and therapy, but they're still doing drugs, which makes it worse because it's not assisting you. It's making the situation worse. Most studies have shown that most drugs related to most drugs people take, and if they have a particular mental health condition, it does not help them. It intensifies it, makes it worse. And then just talk about being homeless, which I've shared with you guys. I was homeless for a few months, and I just recently got a place last year on my birthday, August 27th of 2025. So this year will make it almost a year that me and my kids have been in a place. And also being a single parent again with a child who my baby, who has never seen her dad, will probably never see him, that I didn't have support for besides her grandmother, her dad's mom. And that's all she knows. That's all who she's ever seen. And that was kind of hard because that was taxing on me mentally, because I suffer from depression and anxiety myself. And I think all of those things, going through postpartum and, really being stressed out about having to raise another kid, adding another kid onto whatever issue that I was already going through. And then, coming to terms with the divorce. Yes, we were separated, but I feel like the actual divorce day, that day itself, it kind of tipped me over. It took me down a different headspace, and then to find out other things in the background that was going on, like the trust, the honesty, everything. It made me I felt betrayed. I felt stupid. I felt like I should have known better. But I had to give myself grace, and I had to come out of there because nobody was coming to save me but me. And that's what makes me so resilient. That's what makes me so resourceful. And I'm also big on, like I told the people who I speak to, I'm not going to dummy myself down, or I'm not going to make myself look or act a particular type of way to get assistance. If you got something that I need, a resource that I need, whether it be money, whether it be anything, I am not there is no, oh, well, do this and I'll give you this. No, you can have it. That's how I operate, and I'll figure it out. But it be kind of hard to share with people because you're more scared of people using it against you, whereas I don't care. I'm grown, I'm an adult, and I'm glad that I can say what my story is, what my journey is. I am proud of myself that I was able to tell my story, not one time, not 2 times, but 5 times, to various different people, and I was okay with it. Like, it didn't bother me putting names to things like being an alcoholic and things like that. Like, it kind of like, it felt like a real surreal moment, because again, in order for growth to happen, you have to be uncomfortable, and I was uncomfortable. I wasn't nervous, but I was uncomfortable because I'm sitting and explaining myself to a bunch of people who are in a position in their life that they're providing everything for their family. You know, they may not really understand the struggle. Not saying that they can't relate, because, you know, you never know where people come from. We all have a backstory, but to currently, you know, be in the struggle and trying to do it, and it's hard to explain to them when they have these jobs and they're making good money, and, you know, they probably can't really relate to you, but they may be able to, because, you know, we all go through something. We all have something, and I'm just more willing to put it out there. I'm more willing to talk about it. I'm more willing to acknowledge it, and honestly, I would not change that for nothing in the world, because whatever I'm going through or whatever I went through, it can help someone. It will help someone. Maybe me being transparent and talking about my story, about my journey, it will help. I'm always willing to talk. I am a talker. But I have not always been willing to go into too much detail about my life, my personal life. And, you know, being in poverty and growing up in poverty. But I have learned over these course of these last 3-4 months that, you know, it's okay. Everybody goes through something, but I have to embrace and love me. And that was the old me. And will I ever forget her? No. Because she got me where I'm at right now. She made me who I was. She molded me into the woman that I am today. So I will always love her. I will always embrace her, and I will always thank her, because she's always going to be a part of me. That's how I got where I'm at. So I no longer feel ashamed or judged off of my story, because it's my story. It's my life. It's my truth. And we all have our own truth, and I'm living in my truth. I'm willing to talk about my truth. I'm willing to put it out there, because without putting it out there, without putting a name on it, without saying it, it remains like you're just putting it underneath. You don't want to really talk about it, but, you know, life happens. Everything happens for a reason. I truly, honestly believe that. And for these last month or so, everything under the sun has been happening for a reason, but in a good way, in a good, positive way. I feel like I've made a big impact just by me being willing to share my story. I feel like it can help open up people's eyes who do make decisions. And not only that, it can also touch someone who's going through the same situation. Like, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you don't have to be what your environment is. You don't have to be the status quo. Like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to set yourself apart from the others. It's okay to be a curse breaker. It's a generational curse breaker. It's okay to do all of that, because you're doing it for your future. You're doing it for your offsprings, for their offsprings. Like, you're doing it for your generation going forward. There will be that change, and you should be proud of yourself. you should be excited because you did it. We doing it, girl. We in there. We going. But I just hope to get more speaking engagements. I hope to just to be able to put my story out there even more, just to be able to be heard and understood, and be able to encourage someone. Because like I said, someone may be going through something. You don't have to be homeless. You ain't got to be poor. You ain't got to have a lifestyle. But it's just that maybe something that I say or they say at that moment, it resonates. And it's what you need to hear. So I say all of that to say, I love you guys. And you guys have a good day. Enjoy your Tuesday. I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm actually on my way to work, but I decided to post this video just to give you guys an update from yesterday, because I did say I was going to do a speaking engagement, and I did. I thought it was more going to be a little bit more pressure, but it's probably because it really wasn't. It was more, it was comfortable for me. I was a little bit more relaxed than what I thought I would be, and I'm proud of myself. I did something different. I did something like outside of my norm, outside of the ordinary for me. And I loved it. I enjoyed it. I want to do more of it. If that makes any sense. But yes, this traffic is crazy with all these detours and stuff. So I am going to get off of here so I can focus on this road and get myself to work. But yes, you guys, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, it's a whole nother road. He didn't even want to get over to the other side of the next lane so I could merge into, whatever. Like, it's bad out here. Some people don't need to drive. But anyways, guys, have a good Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just make sure that you always are holding yourself accountable. Be ready to pivot and always be open to change. Never let someone say or stop and say what you can't do. Never let someone put a cap on what it is that you can't do, because we breaking ceilings. We breaking glass ceilings over here. We in a wilderness of change. We're doing it all. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.